Hey, brothers and sisters, I still get comments left on channels. My other channel with the only Harvey Superboy and the Harvey slash, I mean, not slash, but space Superboy channel. And people ask me because I either quote or show images of Malcolm X or Farrakhan that I must be a member of Nation of Islam. No, I'm not a member of Nation of Islam. It's just that these men speak to issues that we need to be speaking about. And I separate the religious thing. Now, I don't belong to any organized religious group. I do believe in a higher power, but I don't believe one religion is better than the other. We all talk about fearing God and God wants to love everybody. That should be universal. But unfortunately, there have been some people who have twisted religious beliefs. There have been some people who have taken religion and use it as a wedge issue. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been watching and reading some of the stuff that Brother Minister Farrakhan has put out there. Now, I'm not deep into their religious beliefs, so I can't get into too much detail. But my thing is, he talks about political and social issues that I think that every black person, whether it be Baptist, Buddhist, Scientologist, atheist, or Muslim, should be talking about how to get our people to come together. Now, a lot of y'all be surprised about what Minister has said about gays and white people and things of that nature. And he doesn't hate white people. Now, considering the things that have gone on with him and the scurrilous attacks and lies, he should have any right in the world to hate somebody because they're white. But he doesn't do that because he said he's not going to aid it. He's not going to fall into that stuff. That's why I remember back in the 80s when they started saying they compared him to Hitler and talking about how anti-Semitic the nation is, and they did that back when Malcolm was living. They accused Dr. King of being and I use the term anti-Semitic, I mean anti-Jewish, or I should say white Jewish, I should say, because we are a Semitic people. But anyways, people say, well, he's a Muslim. I can't get down there. I say, have y'all really listened to what the brother said? I mean, if you don't listen to religious stuff, then tune that out. But you cannot deny that he's been on point about a lot of things. This man gives a lot of history lessons, a lot of facts, and some of the stuff I already knew. Some of them I had to go research, like, wow. So I want to play a clip here, and I want you to see the emotion that this man has. He loves his people. And that's probably why people like myself included and other brothers and sisters on YouTube are attacked. A lot of our videos are not necessarily bashing white people or criticizing them. We're pointing out our problems. When you have black men and black women and black children attacking each other or putting up videos who do not show us in a positive light or playing to stereotypes, those are people that we need to be dealing with. Don't get me wrong. I ain't taking my eye off of those who are racist. But I'm not going to sit here and label an entire group of people being racist, just like I will not say all our brothers and sisters are worthy of our love and us defending them. Y'all come across videos on YouTube and y'all seen sisters shaking their ass. Don't get me wrong, I'm a guy. I like seeing women shake their behinds, but it's a time and place for it. YouTube is not the time and place. I know they say everything's supposed to be age restricted, but it's not. Brothers on here fighting, calling each other out their names, playing the stereotypes. And those videos are in the thousands and millions of hits. And if y'all haven't read the comments and then clicked on the people reading the comments, a lot of people are white or people of color who don't want to associate themselves with us anymore because they've gotten what they need out of us. But I want to play something real quick. And I want you guys to hear the passion in this man's voice.
Let me just finish. Don't be frightened for me. You better be frightened for yourself. Because some stuff is going down in America right now as we speak. That all our lives are in danger right now. And I've got to sound the alarm, brothers and sisters. I don't care nothing about my life. It's your life that I want to save. Listen, now that the bank that prints money is in the hands of private interests, the idea is to push up and inspire the government to borrow. How do you do it? Get America into war. The war in Europe started in 1914. And by 1970, under a lie about the Lusitania being sunk by German subs, the American people were called into a war to end all wars. Oh, this is heavy, man. I mean, you can't believe how wicked, how low down and rotten. Wait a minute. You can't believe how wicked these people are. To play games with your lives and the lives of your babies. Create a war just to get more money, to charge more interest, and send your babies to die for bullshit. Excuse me, but bullshit is the dropping of a cow or bull. It's BS, it's lies, it's deceit. And the American people went to war in 1917, and black people sued to become a part of the war.
Now see the passion he has for his people? Just like when Reverend Jackson was crying when President Obama was had won the presidency, people in the media, white people in particular, mocked that motion, and blacks went along with it because we know people like us, those of us who have wise minds, those of us who understand the game is being played, we cry every day when we hear about a little girl or a little boy, a man, a woman, or our senior citizens being used, being victimized, being murdered, being harmed in some type of way. Separate the man's religious beliefs. This is truth. You see the emotion in him. And it's a reason why brothers like myself and sisters out there who are being attacked out here on YouTube or other media sites. Nobody wants to see a black man or black woman or black child wake up and understand themselves. A lot of us think about these things. Even a thug on the street, or a criminal on the street, I should say. I need to quit using these terms that white folks have started twisting. Even the most violent black man or black woman or black child in their mind know what they're doing is wrong when they do something that's detrimental to themselves or people around them. But because we've been told, you ain't going to be nothing, you ain't going to never be told nothing, what do? We start to believe it. And they start at a young age. I remember when I was in grammar school, and these teachers, I'm not going to say their names, I remember one in particular, used to sit there and tell us, the boys in the classroom, we a dangerous species, we ain't going to be anything. Now, some people say she was using reverse psychology, and I picked up on it, and I know what reverse psychology was. But the kids that didn't have a mother and father there to guide them, they took that shit to heart. And then by the time some of us got to high school, some of those brothers that I knew, they were either in and out of jail, or they was murdered, or they homeless, or they became druggies. And those of us who didn't fall for that shit, we're the ones who get attacked because we were smart enough to not let nobody put that crap in our head. So we get looked upon as sellouts. We get criticized for things that people would say, well, you ain't being a true black person. You got some people out here who attack me because of my military service. I didn't want to go in the army per se to shoot a gun or play G.I. Joe or think I'm some big bad brother. No, I went in because I had to eat. Now, some people say, well, you're killing innocent brothers and sisters. Wait a minute. Those same brothers and sisters that you think so innocent was over there killing men and women for little or nothing. And those very same people that you guys keep talking about defending come into the United States and come to our community and kill our people by selling guns, drugs, alcohol, messing with our women and children and our men. But yet y'all so quick to defend those people. This is why I say sometimes we need truth in our churches on Sunday morning. Instead of saying the same passages over and over. Brother Minister and them talk about their religious beliefs. But you know what? He's broad. If you ever sit and watch his sermons, he talks about it all. But he's also politically conscious. He tell our brothers and sisters, own your own businesses. Make sure you buy property. Go out there and learn as much as you can. Learn the white man laws and his history, his historic facts. But also, you better learn your own people, and you better know how to switch it on, switch it off. This is why people get mad at me. Like, they come to my channel, they want to leave negative comments, they want to try to false flag, but that shit don't work. See, they're afraid that I'm reaching people. They're afraid that I'm not playing into the stereotype of the uneducated criminal black man. See, they love their image. They love when black women get on YouTube shaking their asses and playing into stereotypes. They love when young brothers and sisters are filming themselves fighting each other or going into a store and acting like food. They love that. Those kids in the thousands and millions of kids. They make videos. You see it on television shows. They take clips off YouTube and edit it and make us look like we're stupid. And then those of us who understand what's going on try to warn you, we get attacked. This is why I say some of our people ain't worth being saved. This is why I say it amazes me that Farrakhan, Jackson, Sharpton, Wright, the late Dr. King, late Malcolm X, late Medgar, I mean, those men and women who've passed now are still with us and they're in a certain age, why they still fight for us. Here it is. We need to put down the Bibles and the Qurans and need to put down all these other books and say, okay, you know what? We can have our religious beliefs. We can have our differences, but we need to come together as a people. The shit that happens here in Illinois happens in New York. The shit that happens in New York happens in California. The shit that happens in California happens in Arkansas and points in between. But when we sit back and disrespect each other because this one person has a different religious belief, or this person don't jump. When you say jump, it tells you we have the slave mind. So for those people questioning my allegiance or questioning my religious beliefs or trying to figure out how smart I am, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you're not going to get me like that. You're not going to get me to sit here and say something derogatory about members of the Nation of Islam, even though I don't belong with the organization, or Baptist. I just say that we need to put the religious teachings to the side for a second. Because a lot of these people out here attacking Brother Minister have been black. And because, well, I'm a Christian. But yet, you got Christians every day time out doing harm to you and have done harm to you. We have to be smarter, brothers and sisters. We have to be wiser in our dealings with each other. Because if we don't, we're going to perish. And I'm going to tell you, there's a generation of black children and black men and black women who just won't get it.